Today Africa Podcast is a podcast series where we interview African entrepreneurs and professionals and share the stories behind their businesses. In each interview, we ask how they got started, how they grew, and how they run their business today. The stories are inspiring and also provide specific advice and insight into starting a business. By sharing these stories, we want to help others get started.
Welcome to Today Africa podcast, a series of conversation with African entrepreneurs, change makers, leaders who are shaping the future of the continent. And don't forget to like, share, and comment on our content on social media Today Africa, and head over to YouTube and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Today Africa Studios. Joining me today is Fana Haregot. She is the founder and CEO of Fana Chemicals, based in Ethiopia. Fana, you're welcome.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. It's an honor.
Could you please tell us more about yourself? Who is Fana Haregot?
Thank you so much, Fana. I was born and raised in Tigray region, a small town called Kwiha. Raised in a very humble background. I studied chemical engineering at Magala University and also marketing. I have also an BA degree in marketing management. I am currently pursuing my master's in impact entrepreneurship, which I will finish in about a month or so. Currently, I am the founder and CEO of Fana Chemicals. We are currently rebranding, which will be transitioned to Fana Hygiene Solutions soon. We will be public soon. So, yeah, this is me.
According to your story, you were raised in poverty. And how did that experience of being raised in poverty impact your life and impact the woman you are today?
That is a very good question. And, you know, like you said, I grew up in a very low income household where, access to the most basic hygiene products or the necessary needs of human beings wasn't guaranteed. And that scarcity stayed with me. And I think it ignited a lifelong desire to make hygiene affordable and accessible for everyone, especially those who grew up like me, those who grew up in scarcity. So that has played a very huge impact in my life. And also, I was raised at that time, by a single mother. And she was one of my first role models. It is from her that I learned how to be strong, how to have a sense of responsibility, and right now I was not just building a business, but I was building hope uh, from that scarcity mindset, and also dignity and opportunity. And so I could say that my humble beginnings, or my low income household background, really set the standards for the woman that I am here right now.
I want us to go back a little bit to your story. You said you were raised by a single mom. So, what role did your mom play in your life that helped in you becoming who you are today?
Like I said, my mom was my role model, my first role model. From her, I learned how to be strong. I learned how to live with the scarce resources, but most importantly, I learned how to be a better and the best version of myself. Um, my mom is a strong believer in education. She, like I said, we had a low income household. She had a very low income. at that time. And with the income that she has, apart from food and other things that we had to fulfill, she used to put aside some money for me to go to school, and to for me she hired a tutor for me, because she used to believe education is the only way out of poverty. So she invested uh, all the resources that she had in my education, the scarce resources that she had in my education, so that I could be the best version of myself, so that I could, create jobs for other people, not only for families and for my community, but for other people. So she saw something in me that I couldn't have seen at that moment. She knew what kind of person that I would be. So she used all of the things that she had in her life to make me this person that I am today. And I owe all of the success that I have today to my mom. If she wasn't that strong at that time, being a single mother, being from low income community, imagine she could have messed up in so many ways, but she held on, and she knew better
Yeah.
days were coming. So I learned from her so many things, including resilience, holding on, having hope in the future, and most importantly, that the only way out of poverty is education.
All right. I hope your mom is still alive to see the woman you are today and equally enjoying the fruits of
Yes,
our labor.
yes, she is alive and well. She is actually a teacher, and she's still practicing teaching. So she has so many years ahead of her with God's will.
Okay. Okay, let's talk about the inspiration behind what you do. You have been in business since 2019. That's when you started
Yes.
Fana Hygiene Solutions. What inspired you to become an entrepreneur?
Okay. Fana Hygiene Solutions was born from both pain and purpose. I can say that. Um, Looking back, while I was a kid, my my younger brother and sister. I have a twin brother and sisters, and one of my twin brother, he used to be sick mostly all the time, and we used to spend so much time at the hospital, and the doctors will tell us, oh, it's preventable, it's due to lack of hygiene. So, but at that time, hygiene was a luxury for us, a luxury that we cannot afford. So when I grew up, I went to university, studied chemical engineering. That is when I decided, you know, no child should grow up like my brother did. So I wanted to come up with hygiene solutions that are affordable and accessible for everyone, so that nobody has to go through, or no kid has to go through what my brother has gone through. And so I can say that the idea came from, a personal need and a problem I saw in my community. And with my background in chemical engineering and my degree in marketing, I saw a gap in the market for affordable, eco-friendly hygiene products. That's when I started Fana Hygiene Solutions in 2019. And when in 2020, like we all remember, the pandemic made it clear that hygiene was not a luxury, it was a right. So the urgency really inspired me to scale what I started as a dream into a big company.
That means COVID-19 really helped
Mhm.
in the growth of the business.
Yes, okay. I think I will be one of the few people who got to scale my business, because if you remember, we had to. Our sales in hand wash products were very low at the start of our business. And then COVID hit, right? So our hand washes was one of our biggest selling uh, products at that time. So I can say that COVID really helped in growing the business because the need, people realize it that they need to wash their hands more often than not. So yeah, I can say that COVID really helped in scaling the business.
Tell me more about your business, Fana Hygiene Solution. What is it about? What kind of products do you people produce?
At Fana Hygiene Solutions, we have two categories. The first is household liquid detergents. The second is institutional hygiene liquid detergents. For the first one, for the first category, we have laundry liquid detergents. We also manufacture hand washes. We manufacture dishwashes, bleach for disinfecting, ceramic cleaners, also shampoos, and so on. These are like the household category. And we also manufacture drilling foam. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that. Drilling foam is a detergent that we manufacture to drill deep water wells in the countryside so people can have clean drinking water. So this is our other category for institutional liquid detergents. This is what we are currently manufacturing. But aside from the manufacturing, I also uh, I am entrepreneur at heart. So I want to help other entrepreneurs excel in whatever they do, or I want to help young people, especially young people in my region, in my country, be aware of entrepreneurship, how they can be entrepreneurs. Mostly, the young people or the youth in our community, they go through school, they graduate, and they wait for the government to give them jobs or to be employed. I want to show them that there is something called entrepreneurship, that you can create jobs for yourself, and then you can hire other people as well and help in developing your country and your economy as well. So um, when I am not being a CEO at Fana Chemicals, what I do is I have this mentorship programs. I partner with the American Corner, and I am Yali Fellow, Yali East Africa Fellow. So I also mentor other Yali members, and through Yali. Also, I am also I do mentorship as well to other fellows in Impact Her, and I prepare this monthly sessions at the American Corner in my community so that other interested youth, women, anybody who is interested can come and learn about entrepreneurship and how to do business, how to develop a business model canvas, how to do marketing, how to come up with business ideas, and so on, so that that will be my give back to the community. Just it's very small. I'm just sharing what I know, and I'm just sharing. I've been in in business for about 6 years now, so I'm just sharing what I know to the young people, so that they don't have to go through the process that I went through in establishing Fana Hygiene Solutions and finding the market, rebranding, and everything else. So I'm just sharing what I know to other people so that they don't have to go through the same problems that I went through.
I'm happy that you're giving back to the society, to the community, which is a very great thing. That is our social responsibility. Let's talk about your challenges. You started business in 2019, and I believe there were
Mhm.
some challenges that you faced. So what were these challenges that you faced and how did you overcome them?
Starting up was very hard, you know, and also restarting after losing everything is even harder. If you are familiar, we started the business in 2019, and in 2020 there was a war that broke out in my region, which basically stopped our production. We had to close. We had to send our workers home. Yeah, there was war, so we cannot do anything about it. We were scared for our lives, so everything shut down. So, like, we faced typical barriers like just to start up. And after the war, we stopped manufacturing for about 2 years, and there was a peace deal, and we had to restart all over again. And that was one of the biggest challenges. And as we were restarting, I faced, a lack of capital, a limited government equipment, and the skepticism as a young woman in manufacturing. It kicked in. But the real challenge came when the war broke out. So we had to shut down our operations for nearly 2 years. Our facility was looted, and we lost everything. But we kept what kept me going was, the belief that the people who rely on our products, the women, the mothers, the market vendors, they still needed us. So we still had to regroup and come up with a strategy and restart our manufacturing process all over again as new. And currently we are going strong.
Let's talk about that war. You said that war broke out when you started. So during that war, how did you, because some people go into depression during that period that I'm just starting my business and war is broken out and I'm losing everything. So what kept you strong?
Yes, I would say during the war, that was one of the hardest moments of my life. And I can say that that was the hardest moment of our lives as a community and as region, as whole. When there's war, you don't think about, maybe what will happen to my business, how will how will I start during the war, you just are fighting for your life. You are thinking, will I be alive today? What will happen to me tomorrow? But when things start getting back to normal, and we made sure that we were still alive, that's when we started to think, okay, so we're still alive, so what can we do about it? There is nothing we can do about the external problems, but what can we do that is on our hands? So our community is back from fresh war. Everyone is in distress. Everyone wants to get back to normal. You need to eat. Everyone wants to work. So I had to step up and be courageous enough to reopen the business in all of these challenges. Of course, we had to start from scratch. We didn't have finances, but we gathered whatever that was left just to begin manufacturing because the community needed us, our employees needed us, my family needed me to be okay and start manufacturing again. You know, we need to eat. So we had to regroup, think, and be courageous and say, everybody needs us. So I need to step up, be the person to do all of the work. And yeah, start. So that was what kept me going for starting the business.
You talked about lack of fund. as one of your challenges. And you're in the manufacturing space, and manufacturing needs a lot of money, not just to start a business, you only need money to run the business. So how did you raise funds, sorry, to start your business and to equally run the business?
Yes, manufacturing is very money intensive. Uh, when we started in 2019, we started very small, but me as like an individual, I didn't have enough money to start a business. What I did was I prepared this proposal, this business plan, and I had to take it to the banks, to the microfinances, to family, friends, and say, this is what I think I will do. Please look at it and then give me a loan, because I know I will give you back your money in no time. I was very confident with that because I know the profession. I am a chemical engineer. I know how to manufacture soap and liquid detergent. So I know everything about the art of soap making. So what I lacked was finances. So I am asking you, please give me some money so that I can manufacture, start my business, and then I'll give you back your money with interest in this amount of time. Most of the banks declined my request, but one of the microfinances was kind enough to give me a loan of 300,000 birr at that time. It was huge. But in order for that microfinance to give me the money, they asked for a collateral. And like I said, I was fresh, almost fresh out of school, so I didn't have a collateral. I didn't have a car. I didn't have a house. But my mom was kind enough to give me the deed to her house so that I could go and borrow the money to start my business. That was how I started the business. And luckily, not luckily, but we worked so hard and we were able to repay back that money in about a year and a half. We took that money for about 3 years' time, but we were able to uh, repay the 300,000 per in about a year and a half. And I was so proud of myself because starting from nothing, from a loan, you can say like a loan of 300,000. We set up the factory. We bought the manufacturing equipment. We bought the raw materials for the manufacturing. So we had nothing left. We couldn't. We had nothing, no money left to pay for employees. So what we had to do was I work and I asked for help from my family. They worked with no salary until we started generating money. That was how, when we started generating money, and then um, we were able to pay back all of the loan, all of the finances. But in manufacturing, especially in our community, in my country, it is very hard to access finances, and to this day it still is. We are operating on the profits that we get. We redirect it back to our manufacturing process. We still struggle to allocate funds, loans, but we are still thriving, and hopefully we'll continue to do so.
You have a degree in marketing. So
Yes.
I would say that you are a guru in marketing. So let's talk about your marketing strategies that have helped you to grow your business from scratch to where it is today. So what marketing strategies did you put in place that has helped you to attract and retain customers?
Okay, our marketing strategies. We believe our customers are our ambassadors. So we really treat our customers like kings. They deserve that treatment because they are our ambassadors. At our early stages, they were the means through to tell our story to other people. So we rely on a strong word of mouth and community trust based, especially when it's post conflict and when formal channels were broken. That was what we used, a strong word of mouth. And we also use social media storytelling to highlight our journey, sharing testimonials and connect with our customers accordingly. Also, we have used local radio and branding on our delivery vans that we use. Also, we help reach offline customers. Also, we host soap reuse drives and awareness events, for our hygiene um, and environmental impact. So these were the first strategies of we used when we couldn't afford to pay for our marketing strategies. But later, as Fun Hygiene Solutions were growing, we also used promotion was key to our development. We need to reach customers, so we had to show them our products. So we used like social media, like TikTok, LinkedIn, which I really utilize, and also Instagram and TV stations to do our marketing and branding and storytelling as well.
You are into manufacturing, you have a team of staff working with you, you have the management
Yes.
and other people. So, how were you able to assemble this group of people
Mm-hmm.
to work for you and to believe in the vision and the mission of Fana Hygiene Solutions?
A team. It's one of the core uh, builders of your business. If it weren't for the team, I don't think Fana Hygiene Solutions would have been in the place that we are right now. It is really, really necessary to hire the best team. You cannot do all the work yourself. Maybe when you start the business, you have all the ideas, you lack resources. Maybe you try to do everything yourself, but you will be so tired that you will even forget how to do things. So at the start of your business, it's okay, you're trying to improve, you're trying to allocate resources to hire a team. But as your business is growing, a team, it's having the best team and hiring the best team, it will be a win. One of the factors that your business will flourish or your business will fail. As a startup, as a manufacturing, as just as a business as whole. So what I tried to do was, I know what my strengths are. I know what my strengths are. I am very good at production. I know how to manufacture soap and detergents. I am good at marketing. So I had to hire a very good salespeople so that our products will excel in the market. I had to hire good HR people. I had to hire good finance people because I'm not so good with numbers. I still learn how to do finance, but I had to hire the best team so that they will do all the work. But while they are doing that, I will know what's going on. So that's why I am taking the Impact Entrepreneurship course, which connects everything. So I try to teach myself all of the things, all of, like, maybe HR, what happens in HR, what happens in finance, what happens in sales. But I have the best team for everything. So It's, I can say, Fana Hygiene Solutions. It's not just me. It's a collection of all of the teams, and I make sure all of the teams have uh, aligned with the vision of what I see Fana Chemicals to be in the near future. In 10 years, I see that I make sure that I update them on what's going on. I make sure that they are aligned with our goals and visions. I make sure that all of the teams share my vision. If your team does not share your vision, that means your business is going to fail because they will not be working to your standards. So I make sure I have the base team. I make sure I hire the best team who share my values and my vision and my goals. Because I think if I haven't done that, I think Fun Hygiene Solutions wouldn't have been in the place that we are right now. And I salute my team for that.
You kept mentioning you hired the best team. You have the best team. And someone who that that will hear you say that will be wondering how were you able to know that the people you were then that you are about to hire were the best? What qualities did you see in people that convinced you that these people were the right people to work for you?
Yes, that is a very good question. Um, when you hire people, you meet them for the first time. So, there are certain things maybe you could ask, tell me about yourself, or where do you see yourself in 10 years or 5 years? But that, like, the list of interview questions alone cannot tell you about all the things that you need to know about the person. So what I do is, first I try to hire through recommendation, so that the people that know them could at least, okay, so they have worked in this place for these years, and I can see the impact that they had on the business or on the company, or maybe they have. I can refer to their uh, former employees for what they are alike, what they are like, what they excel at, what they maybe what their weaknesses is, and something like that. So we prioritize hiring through recommendation first, and also what I focus on is mostly on their emotional intelligence. Skills you can teach, right? Skills you can teach. I can, uh, if I show you how to make soap, which is really easy. If I show you how to manufacture liquid detergents, you can learn, but you have to be willing to learn, and you have to have the highest emotional intelligence, and the willingness to learn. So I look for emotional intelligence, and I believe that skills I can teach because there are trainings that we give for the employees. So mostly I look for emotional intelligence, and also mostly I hire through recommendations.
How is your business doing today, and what does the future look like?
Currently, our business. So we started with a 300,000 loan, and now I can say that we are from local startups to regional impact makers. We have recently scaled. We are recently launching. Um, Scaling up of our business from producing 20,000 liters per month to about 300,000 liters uh, per month. So, and also we have created currently about 30 permanent jobs, and most of our workforce, almost 75% of our workforce our women, and currently we are about to launch refill stations, which will help reduce plastic waste and introduce branded delivery and services that will allow us to reach customers directly. And this is huge because this will be reducing the single-use plastics that are dumped into the environment every day, especially from liquid detergent manufacturing industries.
What key lesson have you learned in your journey as an entrepreneur?
As an entrepreneur, I have learned, I can say, three big lessons I carry with me every day. The first one is purpose outlives, profit. I think my business must solve a real problem, so purpose outlives profit. If your business is not solving problem, that means you're not making a real difference. And the second thing is, I have learned that community is everything. And the third is resilience is a superpower. You will fail, of course. What matters is how you rise, I think, because in the past our business have failed, but we had to uh, begin again from scratch. So we had to rise up again. So resilience, it's the superpower that I can carry. These are the three lessons that I have learned as an entrepreneur.
What advice would you give to others who wants to start their business, especially women?
I think, your background does not limit your future. That's what one of the things that I want to raise, especially to the youth in my community or everywhere else in Africa. Your background does not limit. I mean, look at me. I'm from humble backgrounds, and you would think I would fail, but I'm here, still thriving, right? So I think your background does not limit your future. What limits your future is your mindset. So if you believe you can do anything, I think you can. I say, if there is a will, there is a way.
Today Africa Podcast is a podcast series where we interview African entrepreneurs and professionals and share the stories behind their businesses. In each interview, we ask how they got started, how they grew, and how they run their business today. The stories are inspiring and also provide specific advice and insight into starting a business. By sharing these stories, we want to help others get started.